The movie opens with a hidden research facility buried inside a dense forest. Inside, a team of scientists is working on something incredibly ambitious, a drug that could extend human life. But before they can make any real progress, chaos erupts. Out of nowhere, the facility comes under attack. The team is ordered to evacuate immediately, but just as they rush outside, they freeze, because standing right in front of them is a creature. Before anyone can react, it lunges forward and drags one of the researchers away, and then it steps into full view. This thing looks absolutely terrifying. At the same time, we briefly see another researcher named Huang quietly hiding something. Cut to the next day. We're now with Naina, who's visiting Dragon Lake with a small group. It feels like a normal trip at first. She even goes to grab a drink, but her sister quickly stops her. And right here, things start to feel a little off. A guy named Xing suddenly shows up and starts behaving aggressively, picking arguments for no reason. The tension rises fast. Even when the professor steps in to calm things down, Xing doesn't back off. In fact, he pushes it further, and that stress causes the professor's health to suddenly worsen. His assistant, Hussein, quickly takes him aside to stabilize him. Meanwhile, another member of the group arrives, and not long after, Chiao shows up too. He steps in to control the situation, but things escalate into a fight, and Chiao, he absolutely handles both of them with ease. Once things settle, Chiao reveals that he's actually their guide. That's when the mood shifts. Everyone calms down, for now. But then, Chiao's partner signals something to him, and soon after, Chiao informs the group that the original hunting grounds have been temporarily shut down. Naturally, everyone is frustrated, but Chiao offers an alternative, a different route, and then he adds something interesting. He says they might even come across a mythical creature along the way, but it'll cost them an extra $100. After a bit of hesitation, everyone agrees. The next day they head deeper into the jungle, and, not too far in, they spot something disturbing, a dead body hanging from a tree. This isn't a normal trip anymore. At the same time, Chiao's partner is somewhere else in the forest, planting fake footprints, trying to stage something, but suddenly, a strange liquid drips onto his head. He slowly turns around and comes face to face with that same creature from the facility. A few hours later, the group reaches that area. They notice the massive footprints and are completely shocked. But Chiao knows the truth, or at least he thinks he does. He assumes it's just part of his partner's trick. When the group tries to take pictures, Chiao stops them until he manages to squeeze a little extra money out of them first. Only then does he allow it. But when he tries to contact his partner, no response. We then see his partner's phone, lying abandoned in the jungle. Right here, something clearly isn't right. As they continue moving forward, Naina gets exhausted, so the group stops to rest. During this break, the professor notices a strange flower. It looks unusual, almost too unusual. And the moment he gets closer, the flower suddenly wraps around him and starts pulling him in. It happens fast. Chiao rushes to help, but the plant has already trapped the professor. At the same time, vines start grabbing others too, causing complete panic. Gunshots echo through the jungle as Xing manages to break free and starts shooting at the vines, freeing the others. Meanwhile, Chiao fights through the plant and finally cuts the professor loose. They pull him out just in time. The professor is weak, but after taking his medication, he stabilizes. Still, the tension isn't going away. Chiao is now worried about his partner. No messages, no calls, and then someone spots human bones nearby. That's when fear really sets in. The professor suggests that these might belong to a primate, possibly killed by that same plant. Now, some members want to turn back, but Xing and Hussein assure them they'll keep everyone safe. So they move forward, but not for long. At one point, Yi gets separated from the group. For a moment, no one knows where she went, but Chuo manages to find her, and they return together, only to realize Naina is now missing. And then they hear her voice echoing through the jungle. They rush toward it and find her filming a video, Completely unaware of the danger, she's standing near a cluster of massive eggs. Her sister gets furious at her, but Naina casually assumes they're just ostrich eggs. The others, however, are stunned. These eggs are huge, and the professor confirms it. These are not normal eggs. They belong to something else, something much bigger. And before anyone can process that, one of the eggs cracks open. A baby python bursts out and instantly attacks Naina, lunging toward her chest. Chiao quickly throws it off, saving her. But now, more eggs start cracking, and suddenly dozens of baby pythons begin emerging. Xing reacts immediately, opening fire and taking them out. The group doesn't wait, they run, but then they stop, because blocking their path is something massive, a giant python. The professor tries to calm everyone, saying these creatures don't usually attack humans, but Xing isn't convinced. He thinks it's here for revenge, and he opens fire. Big mistake. The python strikes back and grabs him. Chiao and the others fire at it, forcing it to release him. Then, without warning, it drags something away and disappears. The group doesn't waste a second. They run until they reach a safer spot. But now, something feels wrong again. Like they're being watched. And then, without warning, the python attacks again. This time, it takes someone right in front of them. Panic explodes. Chiao quickly tells everyone there's a speedboat nearby. They rush to it and escape onto the water. The professor almost gets left behind while trying to grab his diary, but he barely makes it. They speed away. But then the professor says something unsettling. Pythons can swim, so why isn't it following them? And right here, a darker thought creeps in. Maybe whatever is in the water is even worse. And almost on cue, the boat starts malfunctioning. Chiao tries to fix it, but before he can, that creature, the same one from the facility, it's back. And this time, it attacks the boat. One of them falls into the water. Another tries to save him, and succeeds. But in the next second, the creature drags him under, gone, just like that. It even leaps over the boat, showing just how powerful it is. Now everyone is in full survival mode. They reach land and escape the water, but the creature is still hunting them. The professor turns to Chiao and asks, "Is this the mythical creature you were talking about?" And finally, Chiao admits the truth. Everything he said before was a lie, and now the truth is finally out. This was never just a guided trip. It was a setup from the very beginning. Chiao admits he lied about everything. Hearing this, Yi is furious. She can't believe he would put all of them in danger just for money. But Chiao doesn't back down. He says it's not just about money. And right then, something catches his attention. In the distance, partially hidden in the jungle, he spots that same abandoned research facility. Without wasting time, he tells everyone to head there immediately. But he makes a risky decision. He's going to stay back and draw the creature away, giving the others a chance to escape. And just like that, he runs straight toward danger. The creature locks onto him instantly, chasing him through the jungle, while the rest of the group rushes toward the facility. But even that plan doesn't go smoothly, because the creature suddenly appears again, right in front of Yi. For a second, it looks like this is the end. But then, something strange happens. The creature is carrying Chao's shirt. Seeing that, Yi breaks down. She thinks Chiao is gone, that he sacrificed himself. But there's no time to process it. Naina quickly pulls her inside the facility as the creature follows them in. Now they're trapped inside the very place where all of this started. As they run through the facility, trying to find a way out, they suddenly run into Huang, the researcher from earlier. She leads them into a safer area, and this is where everything finally starts making sense. When they question her, Huang reveals the truth. She explains that their team was working on a medical breakthrough, a treatment for cardiovascular diseases, something that could save millions of lives. And during their research, they discovered a unique substance inside a rare species living in Dragon Lake. That substance could not only treat the disease, but also extend human lifespan. But extracting it came with consequences. The process released dangerous biochemical byproducts, and over time, those chemicals caused mutations in the creatures living in the area, including that monster. And now, the entire Dragon Lake ecosystem has become unstable and deadly. Hearing this, everyone is furious. This wasn't an accident. It was human interference that created all of this. But before they can argue further, something moves. That creature, it's inside the facility again. Panic returns instantly. Everyone starts running, but just then, Chiao shows up, alive. He quickly locks everyone inside a room to keep them safe. Yi is shocked to see him. She thought he was dead. But Chiao brushes it off, even teasing her slightly, saying she wanted him gone just to save some money. But then he reveals the real reason behind everything. The money he was collecting wasn't for himself. He was trying to renovate primary schools. And suddenly, his character feels very different. Now, with no other options left, Chiao comes up with a plan. Inside the facility, he finds a blueprint of the entire structure. And using that, he decides to kill the creature using a high-voltage electric shock, 10,000 volts. But there's a problem. The power system was damaged during the earlier attack. Still, Chiao says he managed to fix the short circuit. Now, all they need to do is lure the creature into the power grid area. Everyone splits up and gets into position. Chiao and another member go out to attract the creature's attention. They find it and slowly start leading it toward the trap. Meanwhile, the others prepare everything inside. Nina helps the professor reach the car nearby, getting ready for a quick escape once it's done. Everything is set. The creature enters the power zone. Chiao flips the switch. Nothing. No electricity. For a second, everything freezes. And then the creature notices Nina. It starts moving toward her. Immediately, someone opens fire to distract it, and they all hide together, trying to stay out of sight. But the creature already knows where they are. It attacks. Ye gets trapped right in front of it. At the last second, Chiao cuts her free and pulls her away. At the same time, the professor is trying to start the car, but the noise catches the creature's attention. It charges forward and flips the vehicle over like it's nothing. Gunfire erupts again. But now, they're running out of bullets. In desperation, someone grabs a metal wheel and strikes the creature, making it even more aggressive. Things are falling apart. But then, Chiao notices something. A broken connection in the power system. Without thinking twice, he runs out to fix it. And at the same time, the others somehow manage to guide the creature back toward the power grid. This is their last chance. The connection is restored. The switch is turned on again. And this time, it works. Electricity surges through the system, hitting the creature with massive force. It struggles, roars, and thrashes. But the current is too strong. After a few intense moments, it collapses. Finally, it's over, but not without cost. Seeing this, Yi breaks down again. She apologizes, realizing how wrong she was about everything. And then, Chiao regains consciousness. He survived. Relief washes over everyone. They make their way outside, where the remaining group prepares to leave. Chiao invites Huang to come with them, but she refuses. She says she still has responsibilities here, things she needs to take care of. Chiao promises to send a rescue team for her, and with that, the group finally leaves the facility behind. But just when it feels like everything is over, we cut back to Huang, alone. She slowly removes a contact lens from her eye, and what we see underneath is not human. Her eye looks exactly like that creature's. And then, from the shadows, another creature appears. The two seem connected, linked, somehow. And right there, you realize this was never just about one monster. Something much bigger is still out there, and it's only just beginning.